Thanks for tuning in to the Charles Novell School of Music podcast, The Best Day Yet. Here you'll find tips, insight, and information to help your music and your ministry succeed. Whether you're a singer, a musician, or a songwriter, we want to help you where you are, but we also want to help you get to where you want to go. We believe that our talents are God's gift to us, but what we do with those are our gift back to God. Yesterday's information is important, but what we can learn today will make this the best day yet. Hey everybody, Rob Novell, your host for the CNS podcast, The Best Day Yet. We're back, and we have a special guest today. She's been part of these podcasts already, and you know her, you love her. Now you welcome her. Tara, hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Rob?
Good. It is awesome to have you back with us on our podcast. This is the 25th episode. That's hard to believe.
Wow. Is that bicentennial? No. Is that centennial?
That's 25.
No, that's 100 years.
Yeah.
It's a quarter old. It's a quarter.
That's what your host of the CNS Best Day Yet podcast feels like.
Oh, no.
100 years old. But no. Oh, I don't know. 20.
What's 25 years? That's silver. Is that silver?
I don't know. I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out because this is my 25th anniversary year. So I need to figure that out.
Yeah. I think it's silver.
May will be 25 years for me in June. So, but anyway, yeah, this is our 25th episode. And so this month, we have been,
25 silver.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So I can get her a roll of aluminum foil and call it done. That'll work. I'll dress myself like the Tin Man and come walking in the house with, flowers on my 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
She would probably just expect that from you.
Okay. So it's January. We've been talking goals for the first 3 podcasts in the month, and this is still January. So we're talking goals. And Tara, we've talked about the importance of goals, why we need to set goals in our life. One of the key points that I love is goals tend to motivate us to try something different, to try something new. And at the Charles Novell School of Music, we're all about trying to encourage people to get out of their box and do something different to get better at what they do for their ministry. And so we've talked about the goals and what it means to set goals. We've talked this month about how to obtain those goals, how to set goals that are reachable. So you feel good when you achieve them. It's easy for Rob at the beginning of the year to say, okay, I want to be a millionaire this year. Well, you know what? When December rolls around and I ain't done that, it's gonna, so set goals that are obtainable, that are reachable. And then last week we actually talked about, I gave out kind of a list of musical goals, specific things that I think our students could do, from practice things to promotional things to we talked some songwriting things. So we actually got into these topics, these things. Here's your list. Here's some things that you can do. So I want to ask you, because you are a highly motivated individual. What in the area of goals? Let's do it 2 ways, and you can bounce around. I don't care if you rabbit trail. What are some goals that you have set for your music this year? And then what are some goals that you could offer to the listeners, things that you think you could help them to achieve this year that is going to better and help them develop more within their music and their ministry?
Well, let's take the first part of the question, and then I might have to have you repeat the second part.
Okay.
That was like me when I was exchanging wedding vows. The preacher had to repeat himself because I went, What? Anyway, it's
It
all good.
wasn't sign language, was it?
No, let me turn it up. I can't hear it. Anyway, okay, goals. So for me, being a worship leader, one of the goals, and it actually kind of started last year and it's continuing this year. One of my goals is to get a graduate certificate at in seminary. And so last semester I took my first seminary class, which is not for the faint-hearted. But last year I took my first one, and now officially yesterday started the second one. And this semester is actually all about worship leading. It actually kicks off next weekend with a 3-day intensive worship leader boot camp, where I'm going to be gathering together with 17 or 16 other worship leaders from around the state, and just going through some intensive training, which I'm really excited about because then I can pass that along to y'all.
Absolutely. And I can tell you a few things. So you start this boot camp next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have your flannel shirt, your skinny jeans, and your Taylor guitar ready to go?
I do have a flannel shirt. I do have my skinny jeans. I don't have a Taylor guitar, but I mean, I could bring a guitar.
It has to be a Taylor. I mean,
oh gosh, well
yeah.
then I'm not a worship leader, apparently. I do not fit the criteria. Actually, the guy that's doing the workshop did send an email, and he was like, some of you have asked if you can bring your guitar. And I was like, God. Anyway,
Okay, so your boot camp.
yes. So that is one of my big goals, because what that does, that not only helps me personally, but that then what I'm learning trickles down to my own team.
Absolutely.
Because, like, okay, one of the goals that I have this year, and these are kind of big, overarching goals. And it's not just from a learning standpoint, but we are actually going to start using in-ear monitors at the church. And that is a riot. Because I actually had my team last night at rehearsal just try on a set of, headphones. And some of them were just like, how do you do this again? How does this go over your ear? How does, just the very basic stuff. But that was a goal of mine, because the reason I wanted to do that is so that we as a band could get tighter in hearing one another. And so we could also reduce stage volume, and have a better in-house mix. So it has a kind of a trickle down effect. So like that's a goal.
Okay, hang on, pause real quick. Back up, say that again. What's the main purpose of you initializing in-ear monitors on your platform? What you just said it. What's the main reason and main goal for that?
So that the band can be tighter.
And
reduce stage volume.
There you go. That's what I wanted to done heard you repeated yourself with. So here's the thing, and I just want to insert this and we'll move on. Too many times we get caught up in thinking sound wise, equipment wise, we have to do this because we saw this person have this.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not the case here. The fad is to get in-ears because everybody's using in-ears. That means nothing. At the end of the day, the only reason you need to make any adjustments sound wise with your equipment is if it benefits your ministry, your situation. And yes, reducing that stage volume is the number one reason that anybody uses in-ear monitors. So thank you for saying that. And this is not we're not talking sound 101 today, but that was a huge point that I wanted to come back to. So go on from there. You talked about your goal of getting in-ears put in with your team this year.
Yeah. So that, that's a big goal that's actually going to be accomplished here in the next few weeks. We're also going to have, and I'm really just talking about church stuff, and I do have some personal goals, but like we're having a new camera and video switcher installed to better benefit our live stream. so that it is better quality, because we do have a lot of people still watching the live stream. They're finding our church through the live stream. And we just want to be able to put our best foot forward. And that's going to take, training of people and all that fun stuff. But the Lord is, providing, and I'm not going to say no. Like, if somebody wants
Absolutely.
to pay for it, feel free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's exciting, those kinds of things, because they take us to the next level as a
absolutely.
ministry. But I'm just, it also shows what God is doing. And we're not doing it just because, like, there is
Mhm,
a purpose and a reason behind it. And
mhm.
kind of going back to what you said, it's not just because everybody else is doing it. There might be a little bit of that, a little bit. Um, but no, truly, we want it to be the best that it can be.
Right.
Because
Why?
it's for
Why?
the Lord. It's for the Lord.
Exactly. Exactly. We do what
And
we do unto him. So, what is driving us internally to be the best that we can be should be to give unto him and not ourselves. So,
right.
those are great goals. Those are huge things that are going to affect you. They're going to affect your church, and they're going to affect your community. Because, back to your live stream thing, um, three this time 3 years ago, or close, almost 3 years ago, we all were forced into live streaming services.
Mhm.
That was the season that we were faced with, and um, I will. This podcast has my name on it, so full disclaimer: Tara does not necessarily agree with the opinion getting ready to come out of Rob's mouth. But no, I'll say this: I think what started as caution in 2020, in some cases, has become convenient to
Mhm.
where we had to stream because we weren't having live services. I think we have a sector of people who have not come back because it's convenient
Oh
uh,
yeah, for sure.
to get up, put the robe on, get a cup of coffee, and go to church. And I look back, and I know you do as well. The way we were brought up, wasn't an option. It's Sunday morning, we're going to church. It's Sunday night, we're going to church. It's Wednesday
Right.
night, it's revival, we're going to church.
Right.
So with that though, I do understand there is that two things. There is that sector of people, from sick to vacations to can't attend, that now can still be part of their local church service every Sunday, thanks to streaming. Um, we also are finding new people come in as a result of stream services. So it doesn't affect whether we have to do it or we are doing it. We need to do it the best that we can do it, because here's the thing: if think about it, if you have a visitor come into your church and your air's not working, the sound's horrible, you've got somebody from the local Christian biker gang greeting at the front door, all these things that are going to affect someone returning. The same
Mhm.
things online.
Mhm.
You got to make sure that you're putting your best forward, because you want them to view, but you want them to return. Uh,
Yeah.
either way. So awesome, 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 awesome. So the second part of my question was some goals that you could suggest the listener setting to try to reach. What you've already said applies. Just, I mean, this is why we set goals. We are trying to be better at what we do by setting goals at this time of year.
Yeah. So, I mean, things that I could, I'm so sorry. Oh, you can edit that out.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
No, I think one of the biggest things that I can do to help people, that we're really excited about,
Uh-huh.
okay, is that one of the big goals this year, and it's been a long time coming, and I wish it could have been sooner, but all in God's timing, right?
Right.
Um, our church is actually hosting a CNS regional in March. Woohoo! Applause, 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 applause.
There's
Round of
balloons,
applause.
there's balloons and confetti falling above my head.
Yes. Ah, there's cheering. Just put in some of that canned cheering. Like when you cheer for the Bengals. Um,
That's legit Who
that
days
is
right there.
legit. But yeah, so we're really excited about hosting that CNS regional and what that means because with our regional schools, there are snapshots of the week-long school in Murray. But I think this is a great way for people to come if they're wanting to kind of dip their toes in, if they want to start something. This is a great starting place. Because if you're passionate about music, whether you sing, whether you're a songwriter, whether you're an instrumentalist, whether you're just not even just, but whether you're a choir member that really just wants to elevate what they're doing to the next level, this is an opportunity for you to come and see what we're all about, get some training, get encouraged, and help take you to the next step. And so I'm really excited about that because we're going to have training for vocalists and instrumentalists and songwriters and sound techs. So this is this is something for your whole worship team that you could bring them to. If you're a traveling artist, touring artist, weekend warrior, if you're out there at the nursing homes, whatever. So I'm really excited about that. And
I
that is definitely a way that people can get plugged in and reach some of those goals, even start.
right.
I was watching an interview with, well, it wasn't even an interview, it was actually an Instagram clip where Reese Witherspoon was talking how she had been talking to a young lady and she was like, how do you get the confidence to like be where you're at and do all the things that you're doing? And the position that you're in. And Reese basically told her, like, you just have to have the confidence to just start. Everything else will come. And that goes along with our Christian life. The Lord just wants you to be obedient and say
Absolutely.
yes, to put your yes on the table, and everything else will fall in line. He will supply everything you need according to according to his riches. So he will
Absolutely.
supply all of your needs, all of the stuff that you need to enter in to whatever it is that he has for you.
That's good.
And
That's
this
good.
is and this is a great way to just put your yes on the table and let the Lord do the rest.
I love that. I look at it this way. I think if there's 1,000 steps between us and our breakthrough, God will take 999 if we take the first one.
Exactly.
So the first one for you, listener, in this particular case, may be to open your calendar and mark March 17th and 18th of 2023 at Rocky Mount, North Carolina, for the CNS Spring Regional that's going to be taking place on the East Coast. This is neat, Tara, because one of my goals this year is for us to get out and do more regionals. So, your goal and my goal, that's how God can take goals and align them and combine them together. And, there's a twofold purpose as to why we do weekend regionals. And there's a short term and there is a long term angle to the reason we do these. The short term is you can show up March 17th and 18th and you can get information, tips, suggestions, training during that 2-day weekend session that's going to improve your ministry right now. And then you're going to get things that week that will show you, as Tara already said, this is kind of a chance for you to test drive the car to see what the Charles Novell School of Music is all about. When you come and experience this weekend and then you think, wow, times 5, what the week-long session could be like. So a little more long-term, it enables you to see what you could get out of attending CNS23, July 16th through the 23rd at Murray State University. So we're super excited. Tara, tell them staff-wise who we're going to have with us teaching at this weekend regional.
Well, I'm really excited about this.
Okay.
Me. So I'll be
She's excited about herself. You heard it here first, everybody. The diva has spoken. What are you excited
so
about? Who? Tell them about ourselves. I'm going to be there. Okay.
okay, well, Rob is going to be there. It's fine, whatever. No, Rob is going to be there. Corey Eisel is going to be there. And Mr. Billy Blackwood himself is going to be there.
Yes.
Um, and what I'm really excited about, and I'm going to just go ahead and say it, and then Rob can edit it out if he doesn't want to use it. But I've asked Rob and Billy to stay over on Sunday morning to help me in leading worship that morning at our church. And I am super stoked about that.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. That'll be fun.
So, and Billy's going to be in concert Saturday
Yep.
night.
Saturday
So
night.
there's just going to be so many incredible opportunities for worship, to be surrounded by people that love the Lord, that want to pour into you, that the Lord wants to use just to pour into you, into you knowledge and wisdom and encouragement. And I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about my friends coming to play in the sandbox here with me. So hopefully we'll have some fun.
I can see me and Billy in the sandbox.
I know. I'll have to put y'all on the playground.
That'll be awesome. Awesome. So during the weekend session, we will be covering everything from, as Tara said, from vocal to instrumental. We will talk sound systems. We will talk individual. This will be again kind of a mini version of CNS. So with that, we will talk worship. We will talk how to be part of a worship team from a vocal standpoint, how to be part of a worship team from an instrumental standpoint. We will have some songwriting. We encourage everybody, whether you feel like you're a songwriter or not, we encourage everybody to look into this topic of songwriting. And so we'll talk briefly about that. And then we have, in case we get there, we don't cover something you're looking for, we always do just kind of an open floor Q&A thing. So this is your chance. My dad would tell me this way. He'd say, Robbie, ask the right people the right questions to get the right answer. So if you're within a couple hours of Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and you're free March 17th through the 18th, and you have questions about what you do musically and for your ministry, this is the chance to come ask the right people the right questions to get the right answer. And if you don't believe me, just ask Tara, because she believes apparently she's the right person.
Oh.
So man, I'm excited. We have an amazing staff at the Charleston School of Music. And at these regionals, we kind of work some of the regionals around our staff from their location to the location we're holding the regional at. So this is at Tara's home church. We're excited that she'll be there, and Corey is close by. Billy and I will be traveling in, and we're just going to have a great weekend. Now, Tara, registration is open.
Yes, it is.
If you listen to this and you want to be part of this, let's talk real quick. It is only $125 to attend the weekend session. That's
a great deal.
It's a great deal. We're saying that because we know what is going to be offered, but it truly is. And then if you choose to do so, for an additional $25, you could take a private lesson while you're there. And again, that can be in voice, that can be in piano, guitar, sound, songwriting, technology, whatever it would be that you would want to make your choice of study that weekend. We can get you scheduled in for a half-hour one-on-one session during the Friday night and Saturday. Tara, Corey, myself, and Billy will all be able to step out and have designated times to hold private lessons. So registration is open at our website, www.cnsmusic.com. And right on the homepage, there's a graphic. It's Carolina blue. It's easy to find. There's a placeholder there. You click on that, it will take you to the page on the regional. give you more information on it, the location, the dates, and then most importantly, there's a registration form there, and you can click on that, fill out the registration, and we will hold your seat. We will reserve
Yes.
your spot to be with us there that weekend. I can't thank Tara a better goal this year. You said it, and it's one of mine as well, and it segues to why we do the Charles Novell School of Music. You have entered the seminary, I about said cemetery, to improve what you do. And you're in the middle of a career. There's no other reason besides Tara saying, you know what, I want to do what I do better, for you to go this path. So same with me, as we launched out to do these podcasts, we'd never done podcasts before. So what did Rob have to do to figure out how to do a podcast? Rob had to listen to podcasts. And it's become part of my week now. There are certain podcasts that I have bookmarked, and I go and I listen to. Why? So I can improve what I do. That's what CNS is all about. This weekend regional, March 17th and 18th, this is a chance for you to set a goal this year to get some training in your life, in your music, in your ministry. CNS23, July 16th through 23rd. That again, another opportunity this year to set a goal to say, you know what, by the end of this year, I want to be better at what I do. So Tara, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here, and looking forward to March. We're going to have a great time. And man, thank you for sharing, and we will talk at you all later. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Rob.
Okay. Thanks for listening to the Charles Novell School of Music podcast, The Best Day Yet. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under the name the Charles Novell School of Music. And for more information on CNS and our upcoming events, like our online school, our weekend regional sessions, our creative coaching, and our pastor's retreat, you can visit us at our website at www.cnsmusic.com. As you've listened to this episode, we hope that you've gained some information that you can apply to your music and to your ministry to make today the best day yet.